class 8, Parth, I have announced your name that you haven't done the NAS test. So today you have the time, you will do it and finally send the screenshot in the group. Manasvi, you can do also now, just now, side by side you can do and send the screenshot. Just open up the link that I have sent you. Okay, it will hardly take you 2 minutes. Right, Manasvi and Parth, just now send your screenshots to me. Now, today we are going to start with the chapter, The Summit Within. And online students, it is going to be displayed on your screens. And my offline students, I'm really very happy to see you all here. Finally, my class is back. The class atmosphere is back. Without students, I don't feel that there is enjoyable teaching, and you also feel that it is not enjoyable to learn. And the result has very well proved it, right? So many times we have repeated the things, but because the actual interaction was absent, it is because of this reason that you people were not able to understand many things. Many doubts are there that were, you can say, that were just, you can say, lingering in your mind. You try to clear it in online classes, but the result was not so fruitful. Okay, so I always say, don't lose heart. There is not a limit to the sky, and you have much to achieve. You can do well in the next exams also. Okay, and I'm always there on your side for your help. You can ask me anything a number of times, but the thing is that while teaching is going on, your mind, your heart, your ears should be towards me. This is the only condition. Not like that physically you're present here, but your mind is somewhere else. That will completely be a loss on your part. And when we read any chapter, if you have a book in front of you, that would also be a great help to you people. Because what you see, you remember most. What you listen, you remember less. You are not having the book. You have? Then what it is doing in the bag? Next one also, take out your books, please. Then bring tomorrow those who are not having. And I'm looking on the desk, it is there. And Saturday, we are going to do the grammar ones. Friday and Saturday, always have grammar books with you. Okay. So I'm not going to announce it again and again. Once it is announced, it means that you have to remember it. Okay. And always while reading the chapter, have a pencil in your hand to note down the important things. Okay. So the chapter we are going to start today is The Summit Within. What is summit? Okay, the top of the mountain. We have a mountain in our, we have our mountains, no. Then what is summit here? Summit means to reach to the top. When we have set up a goal in front of us, and we always work hard, we always put all our efforts in that direction to reach that goal. This is the summit we have set up for ourselves. Okay, everyone has goals. So what type of goals you have set up? Like you are in class 8, you set up any goal in front of you regarding studies or regarding your life or regarding your routine. You do that. You think sometimes, yes, मुझे ये करना है. What? Share your experience. Yes. We will study well. Okay. You set up a target in front of you. Yes, this time I have to achieve this much target. You do? Okay. So everyone has a summit within. We have. Okay. Which we feel that we have to achieve. We have to reach. We have to go there. And all our efforts, they are always, you can say, conditioned towards reaching towards that side. This is the summit within. Okay, actually it is the top of the mountain. Okay, right? Summit means to reach to the top. But here summit, what it means? Reaching to the top. Okay, so what this summit within is? It is about the summit we all have. Yes, but it is given with the help of an example. So whose example has been given up? Let us read. Major HPS Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. So this chapter is about HPS Ahluwalia, okay, who was the member of the Indian expedition. Expedition means adventurous trip. Okay, expedition means adventurous trip. So he was a part of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. So he has scaled Mount Everest in 1965 as he was a part of the Indian expedition to Mount Everest. Okay, so how did he feel when he stood on the highest point in the world? So what kind of feeling he had when he reached to the top of the mountain? You imagine that you have set up a goal in front of you, and when you achieve that goal, what kind of feeling? Just close your eyes for 1 minute. Close your eyes. Think a goal that you have set up for yourself and close your eyes. Imagine, yes, I have achieved this. Okay? And feel what kind of feeling you will have at that time. Just feel it. Close your eyes for a few seconds and feel. Then tell me afterwards what you felt at that time. Yes, now open up your eyes. What you have seen? What? Yes, Rhythm? Okay, it is unbelievable. Okay, then. Okay, yes, Khyati? Yes, Khyati. Feeling of achievement and satisfied. Okay, complete satisfaction. And that satisfaction is incomparable to any other kind of satisfaction. More satisfaction, it is far, far away from the worldly things. This kind of, satisfaction is of different types. The kind of satisfaction you have when you purchase your favorite dress is short-lived. But the satisfaction when you have longed for something for a long time, बड़ी देर से आपको वो चीज चाहिए, when you have got that, it lasts for many days. And when you are successful in your life, then your life has turned out to be a celebration for you. Finally, you feel relaxed. Yes, I have done it. Okay, so satisfaction is not a single feeling which we can describe in one word. It is very, very deep, and it has different meanings for different types of achievements. Okay, for if you achieve one thing, at one point you feel, yes, this is done, now I should do this. One desire, then it gives birth to another one. But sometimes what happened that you achieve something, you finally feel, yes, this is done, now it's fine. Now it's fine. I'm happy. I don't want anything. Okay, so these, you can say satisfaction you have. Okay, satisfaction you see. Okay, what else you have seen? Quiet, please. What else you have seen? Anybody? No? Why are you talking? Ask him, why are you talking? Yes. So ultimately you have come up with the point, you are feeling satisfied, you are feeling contented. Another word for satisfaction is contentment. Satisfaction is contentment. Okay, so it is synonymically, if it is written, remember it. So what the writer is saying, how did he feel when he stood to the highest point in the world? So what kind of feelings he has when he scaled Mount Everest? What kind of feelings he has when he has reached to the top? Let us hear his story in his words climbing the summit, and then the more difficult task of climbing the summit within. So now here in the story, we will read climbing the summit means reaching to the top of the mountain is more difficult task, and what is more difficult to achieve your summit within. The target which we have set up in ourselves to achieve this is very difficult. Let us see her journey, his journey. Whose journey we are studying in this chapter? HPS Ahluwalia. Who is he? Successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. Okay, 1965. So if I ask when did HPS Ahluwalia scale Mount Everest? In 1965, right? So of all the emotions which surged, what is the meaning of surged? Means arose, produced, which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles of panorama. What is panorama means? You must have heard this word, it's wide view. Okay, you know, birds have a panoramic view of the eye. We people see only in front, but side view is absent. A bird ko dekho. If you want to touch a bird, he immediately flutters its wings and flies away. Because his eyes, bird's eyes has panoramic view from all the four directions. Some cameras in the phones, they are, previously they were, Rhythm, you are far behind, you can come front. Or on that side, if you want. That with the panoramic view means when you click, it will take the complete picture, the side views also, right? So panoramic means having a wide view. Below us, the dominant one. Dominant means it was dominant one. Greatly ahead, greatly at the top of all the feelings. And I think was humility. What is humility? Humbleness, pride. Okay. So what the writer is saying, that when these kind of emotions arose in me, when these kind of emotions, they arose in him when he was standing at the top of Mount Everest. So at that time, he was looking over miles, wherever his eye could reach. He would look, you stand up from there, please. Stand up. Come here. Come here with your book. Sit here now. So he said that this kind of feeling, when I was looking through miles and miles away in front of me, when I reached at the top of that mountain, it was a dominant feeling which is quite ahead of all the type of feelings I have. And this was filled with humility, with humbleness, with pride. I was much happy. The physical in me seems to say, thank God it's all over. The physical means his physical strength, his physical being. Okay, the man inside him, he was saying, thank God, finally it's accomplished. Shukar hai ye ho gaya. Right? Now, her, instead of being jubilant, jubilant means happy. Instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing and there would be nothing high to climb and all roads hereafter would let down? So he said, but after this accomplishment, when at one point when I was feeling happy, at the other time I was also feeling sad. What is the reason of being sad? Underline it. Further lines. Was it because the ultimate has been done? Was it because one great target that I have set before me, that has been accomplished, that has been complete? Was it the reason? Or was it the reason that after that all roads, they have already been let down and I would have stopped? Okay, so what kind of feelings does HPS Ahluwalia he has at when he reached at the top of mountain? What kind of feelings he has? He has mixture of feelings, blend of feelings. Yes, he has blend of feelings. What is the meaning of blend? mixture of feelings. That is both of happiness as well as sadness. Why happiness? Why he was happy? Because he has reached to the top. He has achieved that summit. And why he is sad? Because there is nothing left after to achieve. All the roads had already been set up for him. So, by climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means great emotions, flush of emotions, happy emotions. For example, I'm overwhelmed with happiness, means filled with complete happiness, brimming up. Okay? Greatly influenced. Okay, that is written if it is there. So what he is saying, by climbing the summit of Mount Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. What he's saying that at that time, I was filled with the deep sense of joy and thankfulness. So what kind of feelings of happiness he has? In happiness, he was having joy and thankfulness. What he is having? Joy and, yes, Peta, what kind of feelings he has? Joy and thankfulness. Okay, why he is having the feeling of joy? Yes, first desk. Why he is having the feeling of joy? Yes, on that side. Why he is having the feeling of joy? What deep sense? Put your hands down. Yes. Because he has climbed the mountain. He has set up a target for him. And why he was thankful? Yes, why he was thankful? He was thankful that to God that finally it is done. It is achieved. He said, "Na, finally it is done. It is achieved." Okay, finally it is done. It is achieved. He has this type of feeling. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. What kind of joy it was? Which lasts a lifetime. It is not short-lived, but it is long-lived joy, which will last a lifetime. And the experience changes you completely. And this experience, he said, that it changes you completely. How it changes you completely? That it is completely changing you. Okay? It has brought number of changes inside you. So, the man who has been to the mountains is never the same again. And the man who has gone to the mountain, when he returned from the mountain, he is not the same man. He has come down with number of changes inside him. Because during his journey to the mountain, to reach to the top, he has experienced number of different kind of feelings. Why different kind of feelings? At some of the points, he is feeling broken down. कि मैं अब और नहीं चल सकता. Then you have to instill yourself with another, you can say, with another feeling of yes, I can do it. You have to fill yourself and ignite a spark in you to move ahead. And this is how it is done. It means that when a person achieves something, he comes back with some other feelings in his mind, okay, and in his heart. Very deep chapter. So listen carefully. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of the mind. No less formidable and no easier to climb. So, he said, when I look at my life after climbing Everest, if I look at my life, what he's saying, I'm always feeling that there is not a summit outside which I have climbed, but there is a summit inside me, inside his mind. Okay, no less formidable. Formidable means demanding respect, fear. Okay, this kind, it is demanding more respect and fear, and no easier to climb. And it was also not easier to climb. Sometimes you set up much higher goals for you, and these goals are very difficult to achieve yourself. Then What it demands? Your perseverance, your determination, your hard work. Only then you will be able to achieve that. So he has also set up a lofty ideal in front of him. He has finally achieved. So he has achieved the summit within himself that he has once set up. Okay, clear now? It is demanding respect or it's evoking fear. Now, even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion has gone, I began asking myself the question why I had climbed Mount Everest. He said, when after coming back from the mountain, when this climb was over, I was asking to myself one question. What? Why I had climbed Mount Everest? Why I have gone there? Was there any compulsion to go there? No. His life was quite satisfied. He was enjoying a good job. But why he has climbed? Why did the act of reaching the summit have such a hold on my imagination? He said, why this thing was holding my mind, capturing my mind, that I have to reach Mount Everest. At once in my life, at least I should go there. Why this thing was there in his mind? It was already a thing of the past. What he is thinking, that it was a thing of the past. Okay? Something done yesterday. With every passing day, it would become more remote. And then what would remain? Would any my memories fade slowly away? So I told you, some of the memories, they are very short-lived. He's saying that I have achieved that summit. I have reached to the top of the mountain. He said I was happy. But that happiness did not last much long. After every day, suppose he was happy firstly for 15 days. Okay, when he is getting congratulatory messages from all his friends. Everyone is appreciating, yes, you have done it. You have done a great job. He was feeling happy. All the memories are fresh. Then after a few days, after 1 month, when he has got all the messages, now everybody is busy in his work. Okay, he's not talking about this again and again. Maybe some of the memories fade away. And after 1 year, again some. Okay, so what he's saying, he said that some of the memories, they didn't last for much long in my life. Okay, and then what would remain? He was thinking that what would remain in my life? Would my all memories fade away? He was just thinking that would those all memories fade away? What would happen? All these thoughts led me to question myself as to why people climb mountains. So all these thoughts, they were, you can say, they were asking me why people climb mountains. What is the reason? Well, otherwise, this is a question. If you have seen a mountain, why the person thought that I should reach to the top? क्या जरूरत है वहां पे जाने? Will you get anything after going there? They are going empty-handed. They are coming back empty-handed. Nothing they have brought. Why they are going to the mountains? Thing is that. Let us see what he is saying. It is not easy to answer the question. So yes, of course, it is not easy. We need to think why people are climbing mountains. The simplest answer would be, as others have said, because it is there. It presents great difficulties. The only answer most of the people say is, because mountain tha, we have gone there, and there are great difficulties in going there or climbing a mountain, and in order to see whether I will be able to overcome those difficulties, this is the reason why I have gone there. Maybe this is the reason. This is the answer given by all. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles, and man is always feeling happy when they overcome obstacles. This is human nature. Okay, had it not been any kind of delight or happiness in achieving what is not present, would that all inventions be possible? No. ये इंसान की क्या थी? जिज्ञासा ही थी ना. It was a person's limitless, you can say, spark to find, or it was his imagination only that has made everything possible. Curiosity. Okay, So that was the reason, okay, that man always finds happiness in overcoming obstacles. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to a summit means endurance. Endurance means tolerance, physical tolerance. He's saying that there are many obstacles when you scale a mountain. Many obstacles are there. For example, there is endurance. One has to be physically strong to face all. Persistence, hard work is required, and willpower. I told willpower is also very important because at some of the points when you reach the mountain, you feel no, it's all done. मैं और आगे नहीं जा सकता. I'm so tired because it is such a great height that there is lack of oxygen. Imagine without oxygen you can? No. Right? And when there is lack of oxygen, your physical strength also decreases. एक एक कदम उठाने के लिए आपको कितनी strength लगानी पड़ती है? That you can't imagine. This is what he has said. Persistence, continued efforts, persisting efforts, okay, and willpower. The demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating. Exhilarating means it is exciting, yes. The demonstration of these physical qualities. Demonstration means when you demonstrate these, you use these physical qualities. It is very exciting, and it was for me also. And he says that when I have experienced my all these physical qualities, I was feeling much happier at that time when I climbed Mount Everest. So this is all for today that we have to do. Tomorrow we will continue with the chapter, the same here. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. And online students also, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.